Everyone, confirmation of the team news for you. The Blackburn captain Ryan Nelson was rested against Portsmouth on Sunday. He's brought back tonight for Stefan Anshot, but so good was that performance in the Premiership that Mark Hughes has resisted other changes, which means the leading scorer Benny McCarthy stays on the bench. David Bentley, brought from Arsenal, very happy here. He signed that 4-year extension to his contract. In the end, not so different for Arsenal from Sunday. 8 of this 11 took part in the League Cup final. 2 more, Toure and Adebayor, might have played but are suspended. Gallas, Gilberto and Ljungberg come back into the fold. Henry, foot and Rosicky, groin, notable casualties. Fabregas was pulled out of the firing line after his recent frustrations, which included, of course, his post-match spat with Mark Hughes 11 days ago.
Be the usual formation-wise for Blackburn and Mark Hughes. It's good to have Nelson back. That makes them stronger along the back there. When you've got 2 real adventurous full-backs in Emerton on the right and Warnock from the left, you do need a couple of centre-backs you can depend on, and in Samba and Nelson, they have that. And in the midfield, well, I've got 3 players there. I think this will be an open game because both midfields are packed with players who want to play. Yes, they have the one. McKenna will be the one who will be the one to try and break the play up. But will they get 2 guys on the ball enough? They'll go and take it off the back 4, they'll go around. If Arsenal allow him to play, even at 36, this is a player who can destroy you. And in the wide areas, well, I think these are really good areas to look at the football match tonight. Bentley on one side, Pedersen on the other, coming from there. A real threat, real talent. And as you say, sometimes as a manager, you have to say, even to your top goal scorer, sorry mate, the lads did so well at the weekend, I'm sticking with the same lot, and that's why Derbyshire partners Nonda. Well, for Arsene Wenger, and people are saying this is their chance, Blackburn's, but he's made 5 changes to the 10 outfield players, so he's freshened it up, and I don't think he's any weaker. He may even be stronger than the weekend. Gallas for Toure, is that a weakness? I don't think so. Eboué for Hoyt, is that weaker? I don't think so. And then when you think Kleb would be first choice, Freddie has been most of his career, and Gilberto all back in the midfield. That to me is pretty strong. They'll look for Danielson here to do his Fabregas role. Get on the ball, go and influence it, go and pick up the ball, make some passes, play people in. They were struggling up front for people, it's as simple as that, and simply as the Carling Cup duo of Baptista and Ali Adair, that might be the weakness in the team.
Live FA Cup football this evening. We've got the 5th round replay between Blackburn and Arsenal. To the finish here on Sky Sports 1. It's also available in high definition, channel 408 if you have a Sky HD box. Another service for Sky Digital viewers who wish to go interactive. Push the red button on the remote control and follow the instructions to that menu page. For the right to play Manchester City then, match commentators Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. Well, so strapped were Arsenal for players tonight that 17-year-old Armand Traoré flew to Barcelona yesterday to play in a European representative youth side, but no sooner had he landed, he got a message to come back to make his FA Cup debut for his club. So Arsenal to kick off. They wouldn't have wanted this replay. The same applied in the last round, of course. They had to go not too far south from here to Bolton and came up strongly in their second attempt to get through to the next round. They'll be looking to try and replicate that here at Ewood.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's a cat and hell's chance that Mark Hughes will allow any of his players to underestimate what lies ahead tonight.
The former Arsenal player, David Bentley, who I wonder what would have happened to him if he'd stayed at the club, whether he'd played in all the Carling Cup games and maybe not much else. Of course, he's had a massive amount of experience now.
Well, he's playing his 40th competitive game start. Only missed 1 game for Blackburn this season, David Bentley. He wouldn't have done that at Arsenal.
Brett Emerton at right back again tonight. Hasn't played too much, of course, since his move for Chelsea. He would have loved to have played on Sunday, I can be assured of that.
Well, that's one decision I was a little surprised at, if I'm honest, to Martin about the weekend. You think Gallas is going to be a big player for them in the running of this season. And an ideal opportunity to give him a game.
Pedersen wins it for Blackburn. They've not conceded in their last 3 games, which has pleased the coaching staff here. Of course, one of them 0-0 on this ground against Bayer Leverkusen led to their exit from the UEFA Cup.
Well, sometimes when you put back fours together that haven't played together a lot, you just might get caught at set plays.
Gallas is a terrific defender, and they might have to lean a bit on him tonight. It's been pretty wet and wild up here in the northwest today, but happily a couple of hours before the kick-off the rain ceased, and although the temperatures have dropped, much better conditions than we could have hoped for in the middle of the afternoon. Never any problem for the referee, Graham Poll, in terms of staging the game. Emerton trying to take over. It runs off Traore, and the corner's given to Blackburn.
Well, that's exactly where Mark Hughes would want the first few minutes of the game to be being played. Right where they are now in the Arsenal penalty area.
The big figure of Chris Samba, recently arrived from German football to Berlin. They've got to try and keep tabs on. He's going in towards the near post, but in the end, there's a touch from a very promising Matt Derbyshire.
Yeah, he just gets a little bit too much on this. I'd be a little bit more concerned with the movement of the three big players. I don't think Arsenal's marking is great on them. There's something to keep an eye on.
Derbyshire, and he used to work for Blackburn as a community coach. He used to go around the schools. Was nowhere near the playing staff. He was playing non-league football for nearby Great Harwood. So it's a wonderful fairy story in the FA Cup, his progress. Looking fairy-like from Bentley with the challenge there.
I mean, such was a badly missed time tackle. Not only did he not get Traore, he didn't get the ball either. Nothing.
Aboué, of course, is part of the fallout from the League Cup final. With a case to be heard by the FA tomorrow, and that will lead to some action, but we must wait for the good and the great to tell us what that will be.
Well, two words I would have used to describe them, but never mind.
Gallas. Wind might play some tricks here.
I'll have to say strength got him out of that. What on earth he's doing, taking the ball down his chest when he's got a couple of Arsenal players within about 2 yards of him.
McQuainers.
Yeah, they showed confidence.
Tugai gives it away, which is an unusual occurrence. The boy certainly got a game on his hands tonight against the gifted Morten Gamst Pedersen. That's if he's able to continue after the contact between the two here. Gary Lewin, who has a reputation that was just confirmed on Sunday, really, as one of the foremost physios in the country. Of course, the England physio as well as the Arsenal man. But he was just behind that goal at Cardiff, Andy, as you saw, where he sprung on to come to the rescue of a Chelsea player, John Terry, of course.
Well, I was just wondering about this. I think he gets caught his Achilles. Just watch his standing leg. There you go. You see that? That's rather nasty. The only thing I could think of just as well, that's not Joey Barton. That was nasty. Nowhere near the ball. You're going to have to... Oh, I'm going to have to say it was an accidental tread in it. It just depends if it's really painful at first or whether he's done any greater damage to it.
Pedersen's on 4 yellow cards, incidentally, if he was deemed to have been a real culprit in that and got a booking. He would miss the quarter-final if Blackburn were to get there, but that's ifs and buts, and he's not booked. Aboué's on his feet. And Paul refereed the last final at Wembley, 2000. We're still wondering whether 7 years on we'll be at the new Wembley for the climax to this year's FA Cup. Let's hope so.
He's back on it, Bowie, limping on a bit. I know Gary Lewin, he'll probably just have a couple of minutes over that side, having a little chat with Bowie, making sure he's okay before they make a final decision.
Gael Clichy is on the bench as a possible fullback replacement, but he's not fully fit now. Aboué decides to take the law into his own hands. to the Kiwi, Ryan Nelson.
Just off, Nonda.
Had a terrific game against Portsmouth, Andy, here on Sunday with those 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little too early there, but if Arsenal stay that high up the pitch and there is no pressure on the ball, then Nonda and Derbyshire won't be shy in running down the channels, running in behind.
Arsenal have gone 3 games without a win, starting with the 0-0 against Blackburn at the Emirates. Since when, of course, they've lost in Eindhoven and to Chelsea. Gilberto. Chase for Ali Adier. A natty outfit for Brad Friedel tonight. Luminous, I think, is the word.
I would suggest wear it on the way home. No chance of getting run over, is it?
Pedersen trying to take it on. Derbyshire didn't get involved. He would have been given offside had he done so. Two-guy. Quena. He's a great getter of the ball and then gives it to the nearest teammate. He's trying to do the same again there. Nelson. There's no doubt, speaking to the Blackburn staff before the game, they do feel they have got a terrific opportunity tonight.
Fortunate there, Ryan Nelson hit Ali Adier on the back and it just run down the side of him. Would have been interesting. Offside again. But it hasn't really settled the game at all. I know we're only in the 9th minute. It's a little disjointed, a little bitty.
Well, it's St David's Day tomorrow. Mark Hughes and the other Welsh members of his coaching staff looking for cause for early celebration. Mark Bowen there, and the manager. Nelson. Arsenal pressing well. Blackburn's new left-back, Stephen Warnock from Liverpool, who's settled in very quickly. Scored a goal here against Portsmouth on Sunday. Pushed off by Nonda. Real box of tricks, Pedersen. Just took too long deciding which trick to use then. Play. Gilberto.
It's so typical of Freddie Ljungberg. Starting on the left here, but making that long raking diagonal. Finding themselves some space on the opposite flank.
His last goal was against Blackburn in the 6-2 back in December.
Well, first real striking anger that we've seen. A lot of blue and white shots between him and Brad Friedel. A little gap there. Not really controlled well enough.
Despite some critics, Andy, including the Arsenal manager, the replay factor was exciting again last night. Senderos. Derbyshire eagerly onto it. It's a good idea to try and whip it in quickly, but Warnock just didn't quite get the range right.
Yeah, might have made more of this. Kleb doesn't track him, actually. You watch Alexander Kleb, he just lets Warnock run. And Pedersen didn't actually play him a decent ball, but they got a little lucky and they didn't make the most of that good fortune. Poor ball in for a natural left footer, that was. He's better than that.
Looking for a bit of revenge for his former club, Liverpool, of course, who were put out by Arsenal in the 3rd round. Even before, Blackburn went to Merseyside and knocked out Everton. Bentley. Callas having to deal with the ball. Oh, wow, the assistant has flagged here. And the Blackburn fans are not happy with that. They feel it was a bit generous to William Gallas.
Well, This could easily have just been a coming together here. I don't think Nonda does anything wrong at all there. Sadly, what linesmen do if there's a coming together like that, flag will go straight up as it does.
Almunia continuing as the domestic cup goalkeeper for Arsene Wenger. Lehmann hasn't played in the FA Cup since the final Arsenal won in 2005, when of course he was responsible for that win, really, saving Paul Scholes' penalty in the shootout against Manchester United. And mistake by Aboué. He was trying to get back again to stop the cross coming in, but Blackburn have built. Traoré has to concede another corner.
Well, if I was Mark Hughes, I'd be trying to assist, get his players up and just up the tempo a little, and just try and take a little chance to go at Arsenal right now. They just don't look as if they've settled, Arsenal. A little sloppy, a little casual at times.
Trying to unsettle Almunia. And Derbyshire, the man by the near post. Bentley. Pedersen. Good header by Gilberto's got very good defensive instincts. And it's Gallas who gets it away. Deftly turned back by Tugay, met by Senderos. Nelson. Warnock. Wants it to run, and Nonda didn't really make it too difficult for him.
No.
It's on loan from Roma. He's been saying he wants to stay. He's very happy here. It will be 30 on Tuesday of next week, and his strike partner, Matt Derbyshire, is still only 20. McCarthy and Roberts on the bench if required. Here's to Nielsen on the Fabregas roll. With a Fabregas pass.
No, well, that's kind of typified the start that Arsenal have made in this game. They've just been a little casual, a little sloppy when they've been in possession of the ball.
Emerton. Bentley. Oh, he fired that at McQuainer. Making Nelson turn. Arsenal have already completed the Premiership double this season over Blackburn, as they won here 2-0, despite playing the majority of the game with 10 men.
I think they've had a couple of big nights up here in the northwest this season, Martin, in games like that. One against Bolton and one here against Blackburn. Two notoriously bad venues for Arsene Wenger's side over the years. And those were two massive results. And they beat Bolton in the cup replay, and Blackburn here in that game you talked about, the 10 men.
Not to mention 2 visits to Anfield.
Yeah.
Here's Traoré, whose strength is in the attacking side of his game.
Not so sure that was out myself.
No,
Mark Hughes is right out there.
Kevin Pratt, the assistant, is a long way away from it. In fact, he's further away than Mark Hughes is.
Well, not only, but that, he's looking right down the line. He's almost stood in the line, the linesman. That go out, that ball is nowhere near out. You see, that's ridiculous flagging from a linesman, and he has no excuse. It's the big white thing right at your feet. Just look along that, and if the ball doesn't cross it, it's not out.
Here's Bentley. Up in the centre. Seen much of Julio Baptista so far. Quickly dispossessed then.
I know you were down at pitch level, Martin. There's a wind quite bad down there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make excuses. I mean, but you know, this has been a real scrappy opening to this game. Just giving it back to each other time and time again. The teams, possession's been given away so cheaply. Work 2 or 3 passes and then a bit like that, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just been 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so of that.
No, it's quite an open stadium here, and it's very blustery. Eboué. I understand Arsene Wenger, and he's trying to get his team to push up a bit. They're defending too deep.
Might just be a little worried with the ball over, but with Gallas there, with Eboué, Traore, I mean, Senderos, Phillips Senderos not the quickest, but the other three certainly have got no excuses in that department.
Nicely done by Emerton. Bentley again. Pedersen. Senderos wasn't absolutely sure where Nonda was, but Almunia tidied it up for Arsenal.
Oh, what a touch. But
Batista, one of 3 Brazilians in the starting 11 for Arsenal tonight.
Well, they should be passing each other then, shouldn't they?
Although back on the left.
You know, the quartet of midfield players, we talked about the importance of that area. And there is a difference, you know, Kleb and Freddie Ljungberg will not just play on their wings, they'll all wander. We've seen Ljungberg already on the right-hand side making a long diagonal run. Blackburn tend to be more rigid with their use of the wide players. Pedersen does tend to stay left and Bentley will tend to stay right. I expect Arsenal's 2 wide players to pop up anywhere in the top third of the pitch.
It wasn't a great ball by Kleb under some pressure from Blackburn. Closing in as a unit, Mark Hughes insists on that, but Arsenal have worked it well. Beyond that pressure from the home team. Aliadier, almost for Julio Baptista. There were a couple of other runs made by Ljungberg and Gilberto.
Well, I think Ljungberg or Gilberto might have been his target, but he didn't make it.
Bentley.
Well, that was the best piece of football of the match from Arsenal.
Ljungberg's recent return to fitness pretty timely for Arsenal, given the other problems that they've got. They're trying to get a squad together at the training ground yesterday, and Matthew Connolly, a defender, was in it until it was suddenly remembered that he played for Bournemouth in the second round and was cup-tied.
Well, what they've done quite well when they've been allowed to settle Blackburn is this. You look at the players they've got there, the 2 banks of 4, the midfield 4 and the back 4, hardly a bit of room in there. Arsenal love to try and work the ball into that area between midfield and back 4. But Blackburn, when they've been able to get set, have made it very, very difficult for them to get the ball in space. Like this, really close them down, got 8 behind the ball at times.
It was an out ball to Traore, but Gilberto couldn't make it happen. Just headed by Gallas. Gilberto, Ljungberg looking to slide it through for Julio Baptista. And there's a great contest there. 2 square-shouldered players really barreling into each other. That one might have been out.
Yeah, I'll give him that one.
Chris Samba and Julio Baptista.
Well, I think Baptista sets up for this. Look, he leans into Samba, who just goes, sorry, mate. Have a bit of that. 1-0.
Like the proverbial brick outhouse.
6'5", eh?
A bigger beast. Well, he's fitted in very well here as a person as well as a player. Traore. That's what McQuainer does. Yeah, he gets across and makes it difficult for attacking midfield players on the opposite side or fullbacks pushing on. He's a great spoiler. Aliadier. Berg in a tussle with Bentley, which Bentley won his Derbyshire. Berg got back.
Well, you know this game might be won. I know it's early in the match, we'll be talking about it, but it might be won from the bench. I mean, you look at the difference in what both of these managers have got available to them, who can come on and win the game. You look what Mark Hughes has given himself, McCarthy, Dunn, Jason Roberts, all capable of coming on and winning a game, but Arsene Wenger doesn't have that luxury at all.
Gleb, nicely slipped to Eboué. Ali Adier has Friedel brought him down. Graham Poll says no.
Well, if his touch is better, he scores. The ball's fizzed at him from Eboué because he has to get it past Mokoena and it just gets away from him. Well, there's contact there of sorts, I'll tell you that now. And if a goalkeeper goes to ground and catches your foot like that...
Let's see where Graham Poll was.
Well, they could have a better position, the referee. There was certainly contact there. Ali Adier's foot, his left one.
Maybe the fact that the ball went so far away had an influence on the referee's mind.
But it shouldn't, should it? That's not in the rules. That where the ball goes is irrelevant. And well, it was a decision that the referee just made pretty quickly. I certainly didn't think it was as easy as that.
Bentley. And get it past Galassi, who got plenty in the way, including Blackburn were peeling forwards. Handball, but Galassi has damaged himself slightly in the process of doing that piece of defending. And Armenia puts it out so that Gallas can get some attention. This is where Arsenal are very vulnerable tonight if senior players do get injured.
Well, it's only just got his way back. And it just seemed to be, after that little challenge with Nonda on the edge of the box, the ball was just played through. Does it just twist the knee or what? Oh. Straight after that.
The defender on the bench is Hoyt, but not Justin Hoyt, his younger brother Gavin, who is only 16 years old and would be Arsenal's youngest FA Cup player if he comes on. He's got Mark Randall, who's much older than him. He's 17, sitting next to him there. He's a midfield player. He's played twice in the Carling Cup. Hoyt hasn't played in the first team, the younger Hoyt.
Yeah, it might just have been a little nick. He might have just got a knock on it, maybe the knee. Can be a painful area. Where he is it? Yeah, it's up at the right knee. Might just have got caught with a boot or something like that from Nonda. A knee in the knee. If that's the case, it shouldn't be too much of a problem if it's just a knock. Little cut. Might have just been the studs caught.
Repairs done. Gallas back.
Yeah, I'd like to think, having missed as many games as he's done, he'd be wanting to get back on the air as quickly as possible.
Twice in the last 6 seasons, Arsenal have knocked Blackburn out of the FA Cup. Quarter-final in 2001, and a semi-final 2 years ago. And Arsenal, of course, went on to win the FA Cup. Last time Blackburn won it, they also knocked out Arsenal in the semi-final. That was back in the 1920s, 1928 in fact. Pedersen. Senderos was about to appeal against the free kick that he thought was given against him, but it wasn't. Kleb. Still pretty much in the sparring stage here. We've had almost half an hour. It's Ljungberg. And Julio Baptista able to get it down when Emerton badly misjudged the cross.
Why is he not just going in and heading this? Why is Baptista, who can see this ball and can see Emerton's hopelessly misjudged this, just not coming in and heading that in from 6 yards? I find that staggering. Go and head it. I mean, his touch is awful. What a chance that is.
And Samba did well to deal with the loose ball. Pedersen. Also looking for an offside, but they're not going to get it. This is Nonda. Ironic reaction from the travelling band from North London.
I think you have to have a chuckle if you hit that shot, wouldn't you? But Arsenal have just shown some signs in the last 7 or 8 minutes of this match that they're beginning to warm to the task. A couple of decent opportunities they've had.
They've got good support here, Andy, really, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Many of them will have been to Cardiff all across the bat.
I think full marks to them, because I was driving up my brother today and talking about that, and I didn't feel as many as that would have turned up. Long journey, midweek, top marks, Arsenal fans.
Well, those who didn't go to Bolton missed out, didn't they?
Yeah.
So perhaps it's encouraged some others to make this trip to Blackburn. Nielsen, Gilberto, Julio Baptista, and Ljungberg. Emerton's got a problem.
That could be a penalty. Well, I'll tell you what, Martin. If a player, I guarantee you, 100 times out of 100, if that happens outside the box, Graham Paul gives a free kick. I guarantee you. That might be right on the line, but that is a penalty. I'm telling you now, that's an amazing decision. I can't believe that. Half a decent shout for Ali Adier, I felt, but that one, well, I'm staggered.
Arsene Wenger was furious. Warnock. Here's Kleb.
I would love to know why that wasn't a penalty. I really would.
Pedersen. Oh, it's run off Abue, and in the end, Graham Paul does give Arsenal something. A free kick against Warnock. Now the Arsenal supporters at the other end of the stadium are long way away from that incident, but we were pretty sure that Graham Paul was going to reward Ljungberg then. Not the case. Foul by Tugay. Ljungberg still frustrated and obviously being told off for continuing his complaints.
Well, I think it's nothing to do with the free kick that's just been given. You know, you won't get any prize for guessing what Freddie was talking about and what he was asking. The referee probably saying, whatever you think.
It's Blackburn's turn to complain. Let's have another quick look at the penalty claim, or certainly a foul.
Well, look at this, Martin, as they go in. There's
outside.
some contact there now. Look at that. He catches him in the left ankle there, stands on him almost, yeah? And then comes down. There's any difference between that and standing on that and bringing... I mean, what I'm saying to you is, it's almost a carbon copy of a free kick was given, and then he doesn't give it there. Strange one.
Well, Arsenal have got a free kick here. Nielsen takes it and headed over by Julio Baptista with the best chance of the game so far.
Well, Arsene Wenger might well be thinking his team should be 1, if not 2 ahead, and I wouldn't disagree with that. This is gift wrapped. Poor marking. Samba gets attracted in underneath the ball, and he's got a free header, like the one that came over and Emerton missed it. Free header. Just hit the target. I can excuse people missing if the goalie saves it, but you can't excuse them missing the target from that sort of range.
Batista jumps into Samba.
Well, you say you always like the team to score when they're playing well. In the last 12-13 minutes of this match, Arsenal have played well.
Bentley, oh, is veering away.
Well, we always like to show where the referee was, or try to, when he's making big decisions, and yet again there's a coming together then, but that to me, that's a penalty. There isn't any question about that. There's a little coming together there, but that's not. There's the incident there, the tangle of legs. People might say it was accidental, maybe, but it's a penalty in my book.
Two-guy. Warnock. His eye off the ball, distracted by Batista.
Well, it's taken them a while, Arsenal. But they're now beginning to click, they're now beginning to find each other, the range of passing is hitting its target now.
Eboué. Short from Kleb. Bentley. Ljungberg for company. So plenty of confidence. He's always had that, David Bentley, even as a young player at Highbury, backing his own ability on the ball. He was prepared to dwell on it in a difficult situation and follow a free kick for his trouble. Emerton. Nelson. Running by Derbyshire.
Well, it was a decent run.
Emerton trying to get it back to Bentley. Towards on to Emerton. Bentley can get his cross in as he was fouled by Traoré. Yellow card for Traoré.
Well, as he goes to play this right away, he does. I mean, it's a nothing tackle, if you like. It's sliding in, makes little contact with him. It's not one of these you hang your leg out and you're catching his follow through with your studs. Nothing like that.
Well, it's not beyond the wit and the skill of Morten Gams Pedersen. So try and go for goal from this rather extravagant position.
I'll tell you what his target is, I think.
Far post?
Yes. Yeah. I think what he does is he fizzes it in there. That one was a little high, but you can imagine that a couple of feet lower. And the problems Almunia might have had with players going right across his line. Sometimes you have to be brave, you know, and take people out of the 18-yard box and say, try and hold. I know it's difficult, because the starting line was pretty much round about the 18-yard box, but as soon as he started his run-up, Arsenal players automatically dropped back in. And had that ball been lower, that would have caused huge problems to Almunia.
Gilberto finding Ljungberg. Traoré then a willing ally in support. Now the idea, still got Traoré on the left-hand side, right ahead of Gallas.
Well, they're trying to put them under pressure. You can see Mark Hughes down there every time a Arsenal player gets the ball, looking for someone to go and press it in a blue and white shirt. And doing that's one thing, but achieving getting the ball off them when they slip into that passing game that they enjoy so much is another thing.
Eboué, Kleb. Arsene Wenger genuinely believes, Andy, that it's a realistic target for him as a manager to get Arsenal to play for 90 minutes in a match like the style that we saw in the first 20 minutes at Cardiff.
Well, I have to say, people were talking about Cardiff, remembering it for the last, what happened in the little fracas, but my abiding memory will be 20 minutes of some of the most wonderful football I've ever seen. And the champions been run around like novices at times.
It's good for you to point that out. Didn't make many headlines in the end, did it?
Shame.
Rather rashly timed tackle by Ryan Nelson. Important figure for Blackburn. They're so delighted to have him back after he missed the season right up until the fourth round of the FA Cup when he reappeared at Luton. And Nielsen's got quite a light-footed Pedersen. Not on that evidence anyway. Will just get there. And cleverly trick Derbyshire.
No, that was a really poor free kick from Nielsen.
Batista, Gilberto, slick football from Arsenal again. To Nielsen, that's a great ball. Oh, and Freddie Ljungberg couldn't take advantage of it.
What a chance again. They may pay David Bentley as a lucky boy. Stood, let Freddie Ljungberg run. And it was just so typically Ljungberg. What was untypical was his touch.
Derbyshire has won a corner here. The Arsenal fans feel that was out and it should have been a throw. Gallas did as well for the Gunners. There should have been a goal for Freddie Ljungberg.
You watch David Bentley, look at him bottom of the screen. Go with him, David. No, you won't. Well, that is a terrible decision footballing-wise, because it should have cost his team a goal. But for this uncharacteristic little fumble from Freddie Ljungberg, who's normally so assured.
He scored 72 goals for Arsenal, and many of them from that type of run.
Arsene Wenger, though, he does know, Martin, they have to take one of those chances. You cannot keep missing them.
It's for two guys, quite capable of hitting volleys from corners that deep, but it wasn't on a windy night. It's a pretty risky one, eh?
Mark Hughes is furious.
Yeah.
He said we had a corner and 2 passes later a goalkeeper's got the ball. What's going on?
Towards Ali Adier, but he's seen off by Nelson. Half an hour gone. Arsenal were slow to settle here. There's no surprise in that. They chopped and changed the side again, but they have picked up their game. They had the better opportunities to score by some distance, but Pleb gives it away, and it's only retrieved by a great reach by Senderos. But even so, Blackburn are back on the ball again with two guys. Ljungberg looking for the run of Ali Adier. Again, Sander does his job. Good move by two guy against Nielsen. He's just about half his age. Gilberto. Two-guy can be a bit rash. Cesc Fabregas has probably still got a bruise on his instep from a two-guy tackle here in the league game in January. Quick look ahead to the weekend. A date for your diary, of course, Liverpool against Manchester United. Sky Sports 1 and HD1 Saturday from noon. And later that day on Prem Plus, you can see how Chelsea go at Portsmouth. That's at 5. Prem Plus and also HD Prem Plus as well. Pleb. There's Pedersen. That is a free kick that Graham Poll could not fail to give. What is amazing, Andy, is we came here and there were torrents of rain today, and the drainage is unbelievable.
The modern pitches are excellent, aren't they? The vast majority of them.
Gallas. Traoré.
Blackburn looking for something to happen. I mean, Manuel Almunia in the goal. I don't know if he's had a save. I have to think of one he's had to make. Arsenal, on the other hand, have had 3 or 4 very good chances, and one I think, very harsh decision against them for the penalty against Ljungberg that they should have had. So it's been a pretty good first half for Arsene Wenger's side, minus the goal, of course, that I think the play's deserved.
It's the 10 times winners of the FA Cup. Only Manchester United with 11 have won it more occasions. Advantage allowed to go on for Arsenal, and thought that Kleb would get there. Julio Baptista hasn't quite been at his best.
No, he's had two very, very good opportunities, Baptista. But I do remember he missed a big one at White Hart Lane late in the first half and went on to score 2 in the second half. So he obviously doesn't get disappointed. Good trait to have.
Danielson. There's Baptista, not quite finding Traoré.
I don't know about Mark Hughes. I don't know whether he's the kind of manager, I'm not sure, who will make changes at half-time if he feels his team need a little jolt. He certainly is the big one of the top goal scorer, who's had a game and a half rest. And he may feel that he needs to get him on sooner rather than later, just to try and change this game. Because at the moment, it's Arsenal who really are calling the tune, although, as we say, they haven't quite managed to get a goal.
They're not going to get one with that rather wedged pass from Baptista. Danielson. If the message from the Blackburn management was before the game, well, we've seen the Arsenal team sheet, you've got a fantastic chance of winning this cup tie, but maybe that's just weighing a little heavily on the shoulders of Blackburn, who are quite happy to play as underdogs against maybe some more senior Arsenal players. But just after 10 minutes or so of suggesting that they might be the dominant force here in the first half, this has been much more of what we've seen, with Arsenal zipping the ball around and getting it into Brad Friedel's penalty area. Bentley played just 9 times for Arsenal's first team, did score a goal. It was in the FA Cup against Middlesbrough.
Chip. Wasn't a chip, was it?
It was.
Yeah. Remember that. 2 minutes of that was when he was being feted about as possibly the new Dennis Bergkamp, wasn't it, in his young shoulders?
Yeah. It's DB following DB. Oh, broken up well again by Samba, and it's not the worst ball for Blackburn. Nonda. Edison's come inside him. Dervish is in the middle, hoping that the cross comes in. Senderos wins that battle.
Well, as he's done, Senderos, for most of the first half, and Nonda's gone up against him.
Red card for Tugay.
See how he can get out of the way at times. Sometimes you're turning yourself. I don't think he was running into Kleb.
Gallas. Just simmering this 5th round replay. A suggestion that Arsenal might be good enough, with a lot of injury problems and a couple of suspensions that you all know about, to finish the job away from home. O'Reilly Adier got hold of it in the end, but so too did Friedel from the Frenchman's shot.
Well, that piece of football way on the halfway line was an absolute delight. The way they worked the ball in that tight area, to open up play, to drive into the towards the edge of the box was just fantastic.
Senderos. Well, after Sunday, Arsenal will want to keep their relationship with referees on a firm footing, and there's a nice handshake there by Danielson. But Graham Poll, the centre of attention, with a couple of appeals. Freddie Ljungberg, possibly the first challenge just outside, but it certainly looked a foul, whether in or out, not given. Ali Adier with Friedel earlier as well. Arsenal, after a slow start, have looked rather conclusively the better side, but they haven't got a goal to show for it. And at the break, remember, we play to a finish here at Ewood Park tonight. It's Blackburn Rovers 0, Arsenal 0.
And a view on those appeals from Paul Dickov, the Manchester City striker, who's with Jamie and myself here this evening. Their thoughts when we come back. No goals as yet, but Arsenal will probably be thinking, how on earth are we not in front there? Was that? The thoughts of the boys when we come back.
Make sure I don't get his head, all right? Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, not bad.
Ford Football Special. Liverpool Man United, Saturday noon, Sky Sports 1 and HD 1.
Yes, and again.
What was that? Oh, yes.
Oh, that's not fair.
3 in a bed. Oh, and it's a diddle for the middle. Oh, double 3.
Games for everyone, only on Nintendo DS.
Morning. Morning.
Excuse me.
Where's Mildred going? Car insurance. She's going to their internet cafe to get Swift covered.
Swift covered. Well, tea breaks over in a few minutes.
With swiftcover.com, you could get a car insurance quote in less than 60 seconds.
Swift cover by name, swift cover by nature, eh?
And you can save up to £346.
Now I know why the chicken crossed the road.
For a swift way to save on car insurance, go to swiftcover.com.
Enterprise rent-a-car for my trip. That's too expensive, son.
It's not expensive, Mum.
Enterprise picks us up. Sounds expensive.
Pickup's free, Mum.
If Enterprise isn't expensive, you could have hired me an even posher car.
Turn the radio on, Mum.
Unwrap the perfect rental package. Great cars, low rates, and we'll pick you up. Enterprise.
As the years clock up, skin ages, wrinkles deepen. React.
Wrinkle Decrease from L'Oreal Men Expert. Anti-expression wrinkle cream for long-lasting hydration. Wrinkles appear reduced. Expert technology for every man's skin.
He keeps getting better with age.
Men Expert from L'Oreal Paris.
You're worth it too.
That must be a total pain.
Yeah, and the rate is increasing.
Why don't you get rid of it?
Don't think I haven't thought about it.
Just cut it up into little pieces and problem gone. Then get a Capital One card instead.
Is paying too much interest a real headache? Switch to Capital One and get 0% on balance transfers until the 1st of April 2008 and 0% on purchases for the first 3 months. Call Capital One on 0800 183 8383 or visit capitalone.co.uk.
Your order, sir?
Grilled woodpecker.
Whoa, what's in your wallet?
Cotton
Ear.
Brand.
Ear, sir.
Hill.
Ear.
Girls aloud. Louder.
Ear.
Piper.
Ear, sir.
Lineker.
Here.
Take off those ridiculous promotional ears.
Sir.
We'll not have such things in my classroom. No more football for you for the rest of term. Do you understand?
Ta-da, Lineker.
Visit walkears.com, get a free pair of ears and raise £1 million for comic relief.
Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Granola Bars. Let the satisfying crunch take you wherever you want to go. With over 50% natural whole grain oats and delicious pure honey. Nature Valley Crunchy Granola Bars. Nature Valley, energy from nature.
Yes! That was right off the slap. That's broke his nose.
We've got live golf tomorrow, the Johnny Walker Classic from 7 a.m. on Sky Sports 1. And later in the evening, it's the rematch, the Premier League darts. Barney against Phil Taylor. That's at 7:30. We've got the FA Cup fifth round replay this evening between Blackburn and Arsenal. Nothing yet. Paul Dickov, the Manchester City striker, whose team wait for the winners, is with Jamie and myself here this evening. I think Arsenal will feel they should be in front, don't you?
Yeah, and they've had two, maybe three great chances, possibly two penalties, which when you've seen them again look definite. But Blackburn, they've not really got started, you know, scrappy the first 15-20 minutes, and then Arsenal got the ball down, started passing it about, and they were by far the better team and created the chances.
Silly question, really. I imagine you would have been appealing for both penalties, but do you believe that both were?
I think they were. I mean, I think in the first one, when Ali Adair takes his touch here and he's gone through, Brad tries to pull his hand away a little bit, but you see, he just catches him there. And for me, I don't know whether it's a strikers' union or not, but I think that's a penalty. You just see Brad goes down here and tries to pull his hands away.
Let it get away from him a little bit, didn't it, Paul?
And there it looks as if he catches him.
Has he used Brad Friedel's hands? Is he looking to win a penalty?
Yeah, a touch, a little bit. I mean, the first, I agree with Paul. I think there's enough there. You can see it, his left leg gets smuggled into Brad Friedel's body, just there. And there is a little bit of contact, but the fact that he perhaps dives that way and he makes it a little bit theatrical is probably what stops it being a penalty. But I tell you what, the second one was stick on. I think it was a great piece of play by Arsenal. They threaded the ball around lovely. Baptista, great pass inside the fullback, and it's a definite penalty. There's a little bit of a connection just outside the box. He kicks his left calf, then there's a slow motion, then he kicks his right ankle, takes it away, and Freddie does so well because he drives inside that box there. Look, there's the first one, the back of the left calf, and then his right Achilles gets caught there. There's the second contact, and it's a definite penalty. And they've played really well.
So there's an offence, but was it in or out for you?
I think he's clipped him a little bit outside the box, but I think the main foul's just inside. I mean, I don't see any reason why Freddie Lundberg's got to go down here and look for a foul, because he's going straight in and goal, and it's a goal-scoring chance. But I think Brett's he's just caught him just inside the box.
It's a bit Heskey at the Emirates, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. But Arsenal popped it around really well. I like the way Baptista's come off and he's given them a problem. Gilberto, and they've really popped it around lovely, and it's been a delight to see. It took them 20 minutes to get going, but once they have done, they've been really good, Arsenal. And that was a great chance. I mean, he's had two really good chances, Baptista. That one, he decides to take down. He should head it, diving header, anything. But he decides to take a touch, and what an opportunity
he does head this one.
This is a great chance. I mean, look at Samba. I think he thinks about handballing. Yeah. Lucky enough, pulls his hands away at the last second. But that's a great. You'd love that chance, Paul, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it does. And the thing I said, it's a free header in the box, and at least he's got to hit the target.
What a ball that was. And we've seen Freddie Lundberg do this for years and years. And his first touch, first touch is OK, and he knocks it away. Look at his face. He's so disappointed because he knows. We've seen Freddie do it. He normally gets up to Brad Friedel and we'll do that little dink finish. And it was a great chance. But Blackburn haven't got started, Paul, have they?
No, they've not. I said the first 15-20 minutes was a bit scrappy, but we talked about before the game about them getting in their faces and
just haven't, have they?
No, they've not at all. If anything, they've sat off and probably showed them a bit too much respect.
Well, we've no idea at this stage, and perhaps it is a night made for Blackburn Rovers because Arsenal have had opportunities and they haven't taken them. Which maybe, well, is right now to Blackburn's advantage, but can they really capitalise? Second half is up next.
Sumaduba!
There's no need to be superstitious when you have Hiscox Home Insurance. Nearly half the claims we pay would not have been covered by a standard insurance policy. Hiscox. Extraordinary cover.
New Indestructible Gel by Studio Line. Our first extreme hold gel formula with elastic resistance. Roughed, crushed, flattened. For style that bounces back. Hand and hood resistance. For style that lasts. New Studio Line Indestructible from L'Oréal Paris.
In a country out of control,
Sad day in the breakdown of law and order.
6 men are out for justice.
I'm talking about putting something of substance together. I'm talking about the people that hurt you. I'm talking about violence.
From the director of the Football Factory and the business.
These gang members are nothing more than mindless outlaws.
Sean B, Danny Dyer, and Bob Hoskins.
Where is it? Kill me and you won't know. Somebody will talk, they always do.
Outlaw.
Every day we're busy helping our millions of customers get to where they want to go in life. Lloyds TSB, for the journey.
I got a question, boss. I might be able to help.
We're asking you to sacrifice yourself.
What are you talking about?
Are you having an affair?
How do you figure that?
Name your price.
What happened to for better or for worse?
You got any more questions?
What? Where?
What?
Huh? What? You've got something to watch. Go watch it!
Just another diamond day, just a blade of grass, just another pair of hands.
Flex constantly adapts its mix of minutes and text to suit you, so you're always on our best value plan. T-Mobile, simply closer.
Get even more out of Sky. With download speeds of up to 16 megabits, experience a whole new world with Sky Broadband. Go to Sky Active or sky.com for more information. Sky. Join in.
Yeah, watch.
Coming down.
Later tonight, it's football from Spain, the Copa del Rey. Real Zaragoza against Barcelona at 10:15 on Sky Sports 1. Zaragoza a goal to the good after the first leg of that match. Friday night, a win for Derby County against Colchester will give them leadership of the Championship again. It's a 7:30 start on Sky Sports 3. It's also available in high definition on HD2, channel 409 if you have a Sky HD box. Saturday, Liverpool play Manchester United. 12 o'clock that all starts on Sky Sports 1. It's available on channel 408 as well. Pompey meet Chelsea at 5. That's a pay-per-view offering. Channel 480 for details of how to order, or call 08705 160 160. This evening, we're waiting for the breakthrough in the 5th round replay between Blackburn and Arsenal. Manchester City waiting for the winners. I don't think yet, Paul, we've got too much of an idea who is going to win this, have we?
No, we've not, but I think Blackburn have got to come out second half and be a bit more attacking, try and get two guys, Bentley and Pedersen, on the ball, because Almunia has not had a save to make yet. Might
it be one of those nights when Arsenal have had opportunities and not taken them, and Blackburn will feel, yeah, well, we could win now?
Yeah, it tends to happen. You know, I've played in a lot of games where you've missed 3 or 4 chances and you've been on top and the other team goes away and scores and nicks at 1-0, so I mean, that's what Blackburn will be hoping for tonight.
Mind you, remember, it's just 2 defeats in 30 FA Cup ties for the Gunners. There isn't a team in the country done better in recent years than they have in this competition. There are changes being made. Let's get those sorted out. Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. Yes, it's Surab Kisanishvili who has come on for Stephen Warnock at half-time, which might mean a bit of reshuffling at the back for Blackburn, Andy.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trotted over to the right side, Mark, top of the screen there, right back. Emerton dropped down to left back. I wondered for a minute whether they might just go 3 at the back. They could do.
Still just waiting for 1 or 2 Arsenal stragglers to make their way out for the start of the second half. Remember, the winners here are at home to Manchester City in the quarter-finals. And we're still awaiting, though, the first goal of this tie. 0-0 at the Emirates. 0-0 after 45 minutes at Ewood Park. Stuart Pearce, as you would expect, on scouting duty. Nelson. Emerton's versatility put further to the test. Roy Keane and David Moyes. Plenty to talk about. Gallas.
Well, the change would probably obviously be because something wrong with Warnock. I wouldn't think they would have made that change tactically.
Well, certainly not without a recognised left back to put into that position.
No, just then, he's obviously going to expect more from his team. Mark Hughes didn't make any changes at the top end of the pitch. But I think he wanted a different attitude from his team now.
It's lovely done by Traoré. He's kept on running. Ali Adier finding the young left back. Let's get some news maybe on that Stephen Warnock injury from Jeff Shreve. Jeff.
Stephen Warnock has been replaced because he has a stomach problem. Word to from Graham Poll at half-time. That Freddie Ljungberg penalty appeal. Apparently the referee was focused on the upper bodies of the 2 players, which is perhaps why he didn't see the contact down below.
Well, if I'm honest, that's the most ridiculous decision I've ever heard for not giving a penalty. What is this game called?
Football.
Oh, I thought that.
Here's Derbyshire. Just worked away. Matt Derbyshire didn't see much of the ball in the first half, which will frustrate him. He's a perpetual motion player. To go wide to get this free kick, and maybe a chance for him and others to come from it. Especially with Pedersen taking it.
That's just poor. He's got much better quality than that. I'm really not sure what he's attempting to do here.
Score, probably.
Well, he's not going to score there, man. No, this goalkeeper makes a right howler.
He seemed to hook it, really, and Arsenal were let off the hook. Nonda. Knocked over by Danielson. Nelson trying to sneak in here. And he's got in too. The ball wasn't quite deep enough for him.
The amount of times Gilberto's the one who gets back in there and gets a header in.
Arsene Wenger with over 600 games now under his management of Arsenal. This was the scene of the first. A 2-0 Premiership win back in September 1996. It should be 2-0 up here, really.
Yeah. You certainly couldn't argue if that was a scoreline, but it isn't, and it is a cup tie.
Two-guy. All the way through from Aquena.
And at the end of every round, as a club, as a footballer, the only thing you want to be able to say is we are in the hunt for the next round.
Nielsen, control was great, pass not. Bentley, who tried to set the agenda for Blackburn in the early minutes of the first half. Derbyshire on the charge again. And this control by Nielsen. Bentley. And Senderos had Nonda coming in.
I don't know what he ends up playing this with, Nonda, whether it just sits up and it comes off his thigh, but he doesn't get enough touches on it. Yeah. He didn't really shape up to play with anything. Just came off him more than anything.
And that's having to head off Derbyshire again. For Traoré. Not quite enough room for those tricks.
Well, this is a better start to the second half for Blackburn.
Throw goes short to Nonda. Nielsen might be in trouble.
I think Arsene Wenger will just keep an eye on his young Brazilian midfield player. He's been really, really sloppy at the beginning of the second half.
Plays it safe and simple that time. Also, Traoré is one that doesn't usually go the distance when he plays. He was taken off on Sunday.
I think he had a little knock, didn't he, on Sunday?
I think
he does have Cliche.
Cramp, I think.
Yeah, he does have Cliche as well, man. He could with Traoré there. He's safe with Cliche.
Well, to the extent that Cliche's here, but he's not fully fit. But maybe he's got an hour or so in him, which he might need if this goes to extra time. Julio Batista with a lovely turn just behind Ali Adir.
Yeah, he wanted to move Ali Adir. Sometimes we get the space by just showing, just staying where you are, play the ball into you. That's what Batista was after from Ali Adir then. Looking to give him it and then go and get it off him.
It's a decent crowd here, not a full house, but Blackburn playing the game, if you like, with the fans by cutting the prices. Here's Lep, trying to cut through Blackburn. Julio Batista! Good save. And Brad Friedel, one of the most reliable goalkeepers in the British game.
Well, he could have shifted it left after it came to him, Baptista, but no thought in his mind to give it to Alberto. Certainly savable. It's close enough to him, you'd expect Friedel to save it, but he's almost just flapped it in.
Looking for Senderos and Gilberto, the corner. The boy had stayed back. Good drop back. Now Kleb.
Well, you just wonder about Arsenal. Another chance there. It wasn't gift wrap, but it was a good chance. How many of them can they make and squander? They wouldn't be the first side that lost an FA Cup tie thinking they should have won it by being the better side.
Yes, they're showing signs of getting back in the groove again. Run through to the former USA international.
And again, this just shapes it, moves it onto his left foot. Just moves a little bit, and only just gets over that crossbar.
Traoré. FA Cup, of course, is one way for Blackburn to get back into Europe. Graham Poll is trying to give Arsenal advantage. It was quite a long time after the original foul when he actually stopped the play. Brought it back. Ljungberg. Julio Batista. Traore can step in. And Gilberto playing a dangerous game here, and Gallas giving his captain a bit of an earful, keeping it too close. Indicating nothing too serious, I think.
Well, they're so comfortable at times, Arsenal, but in a cup tie, 0-0, you just do something like this. You know, that's your back four with the ball, you're comfortable, you just overdo things, suddenly you lose possession. All the good work done out the window.
Blackburn's next game is at Bolton. Sam Allardyce checking out on the opposition with Sammy Lee, and you can see it on Sky Sports 1, part of our double header on Sunday from 1:30, followed by West Ham against Tottenham. West Ham running out of time in their quest for wins. Spurs have won 3 in a row.
That's a kick and a half from Almunia.
Derbyshire quickly back on. Pedersen. Sandros, who coached with most attackers, maybe not Didier Drogba. No, a bit of a nemesis for him. And he's been a handful for most central defenders this season. It's a cheery character, Chris Nonda, they call him, known as Chris, not just in this country, but in European football. Because Shabandi is not a common Christian name, is it? Well, Jason Roberts has a bit of good history against Arsenal, of course, the Carling Cup semi-final last season. The goal that took Wigan to Cardiff at Arsenal's expense.
Well, that's the beauty of what he has on the bench, not only Roberts, but Benny McCarthy have said he could take the top two off, who really haven't got much purchase out of the back four of Arsenal. They've coped, as you've said, comfortably with Derbyshire and Nonda, and he does have that opportunity to change the top two totally and give Arsenal a whole new problem to deal with.
McCarthy with 15 goals this season. And it's a Friedel trying to keep his run of clean sheets going. Nelson. Size of Samba serving Blackburn well. Played off by Nonda. It's rather typical of how it's been for Blackburn for much of this match. But there's plenty of time for improvement. And they know that if they can lift their game, this cup tie is very much still there for the winning when it might have been out of reach.
As long as they can keep it 0-0, well, they're not playing brilliantly. There's always that chance. Nonda had a half chance, might have done better with it at the beginning of this second half. They'll just be looking for another one of those and take it.
Bentley and Pedersen on his excellent left foot, but it's not excellent enough here, and he had time to assess where to try and blast the ball to.
No excuses. I'd like to find some for the boy, but this is a really poor choice. For the first time, they really split them in two here. They're wide open. Does Senderos' presence make him go narrow? Senderos coming in there. Still think it was a great opportunity. So does his manager. Look at that. Really upset Mark Hughes.
Right man, right place.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything across goal, they had a chance.
Scored in both the previous rounds. Wins at Everton and at Luton. An extraordinary goal at Luton. He dispatched a spinning ball. And a bit of swerve. Fantastic strike. Gallas. A couple couple of moments in this second half now to suggest that the best for Blackburn may be yet to come.
Yeah, we've got to work the goalkeeper if they want a goal. That's a certainty. Not much in the attempts on goal, but without a shadow of a doubt, Arsenal have had the better chances. Plus, two pretty good claims. One certain penalty and one pretty good other claim for a penalty.
Away by Gallas to Bentley. First under Rossi's knee. Stray header from Nonda. And Nielsen, well defended by Kizimashvili, the second half substitute.
I'm just looking down below. Walcott's getting stripped now. He's ready to come on. Tracksuit's off.
Nonda. Arsene Wenger indicating that Arsenal want to make the change.
It's the right back that's coming off.
Well, he was hurt very early on, wasn't he, Emmanuel Leboué?
Well, what will they do here? Will they put Gilberto at centre-back?
With number 27, Emmanuel Eboué, replaced by 32.
They can't put Walcott at right back. Will they put Gilberto at centre-back, shift one of the centre-backs? I would have suggested Gallas.
Yeah, but Senderos has gone there for the moment. Gilberto's certainly gone to centre-back, as you said, Andy.
Cleb will just play infield now.
Given offside, but just to go back to Walcott, of course, Arsenal let it be known that Walcott's been playing with a shoulder problem.
I thought he was having the operation after the cup final.
Yes,
certainly well, we were led to believe.
And the reason he hasn't is because Arsenal are very short of players. The club with two teams struggling to get one out at the moment. Almunia is coming a long way out. He's just snared it before the ball went out of the area. Much calmer than Lehmann, isn't he?
Well, he is, yeah. Yeah, everybody. Hey, listen,
yes,
I'm
sorry.
much calmer than Lehmann.
Just.
I just wonder if we'll try and get Pedersen on the ball.
Nielsen, Hallier tackle from behind by Samba, but not successfully. Here's Ljungberg, maybe a chance for Arsenal here. In goes Walcott. Fresh, of course, from his first Arsenal goal in the Carling Cup final. Two guys got to be careful. I'm going to get it ticking off from Graham Poll here, maybe a last warning.
Well, it will be a double substitution. It will be Roberts with McCarthy. It'll be done with McCarthy.
So we won't be seeing Roberts tonight. The two guys taken off, I think, knowing that the risk of a second yellow card.
It's a Blackburn Rovers double substitution, replacing number 5, Tugai, and number 9, Shabani Nonda.
Shabani Nonda's coming off as well.
Eddie McCarthy, and 19, David Dunn.
David Dunn back here, of course, the second spell. After an injury hit time at Birmingham City. And Benny McCarthy has gone 5 games without a goal, but has scored 15 this season. It's been a very successful move for him and a successful signing for Blackburn Rovers. Nielsen, and well sorted out by Samba. And back by Ljungberg, no foul. And acrobatic attempt by Julio Baptista.
Well, it just gets caught there, you can see that. One of the ones you're kicking through. Well, he tries to be extravagant here. Baptista would expect that. It wouldn't surprise us having missed a couple of chances that if he'd have found a target there.
Gallas was then given offside. This is where we're playing from now. Walcott. McQuainer. Can Derbyshire get this down? He has done. But, couldn't get any strength into the shot.
Just a good player, Gilberto. I mean, Derbyshire had half a chance, but before he could even get steady for the shot, Gilberto was back at him, nudging him off the ball, off balance. What was talking about Pettersson, I just wonder if they can get Pettersson on the ball a little bit here. I just think with his movement, his trickery, he might just be able to get at Sendros a bit.
Well, Arsenal with Walcott on the ball, as you can see, with that successful crossfield run. Actually, Andy, I've seen Theo Walcott play a couple of times. He hasn't really done as well as expected. Now we know why, because Arsenal are keeping that shoulder problem quiet. I understand that they've come up with a stronger type of strapping to cover him through this period where they need him while he's still injured. When you get on with it, Graham Poll's saying you'll do it when I'm ready.
Well, I just think the referee's made a mountain of a molehill here. I have to say, I'm an admirer of Graham Poll, but I don't believe he's having anything like one of his best nights tonight.
So, Clichy getting ready. Minutes gone in the second half.
What, would Ed Traore change then?
Well, I would guess. Yeah. Well, he's missed out on representing the European Youth 11. He was heading for when Arsenal got a message to him to come home from Barcelona.
Number 45,
He's played in the FA Cup.
replaced by number 22, Gael Clichy.
The first choice left back comes on now.
I remember he came on like this against Tottenham in the second leg of the semi-final of the Carling Cup, and it was magnificent.
It's a catalyst for change, wasn't he?
Him and Rosicki that night, wasn't it?
Rosicki out with a groin strain. Henry with a foot problem.
I mean, I just feel for Arsenal a little bit like I felt on Sunday in the cup final, that from back to front, certainly from goalkeeper, back four, through the midfield, some wonderful stuff, from lovely football, creating some very good opportunities. But the one thing, same again tonight, I feel, as it was on Sunday, if they've got a top two in there, a really quality top two, they're probably winning this game by now.
Danielson comes out to Clichy. Wants to send him to go left ahead of him. Baptista did that.
And it's not the worst ball you'll see. Maybe a little bit of inexperience. Walcott just up back on his heels a little. Might just have been driving in ahead of Brett Emerton there. Taking a chance, I always say.
Steve McLaren. With a big month for March coming up for England, away to Israel. We'll see that and the second game against Andorra in Barcelona, live on Sky Sports. And it's given away by Hussein Philip and then by Kleb. Derbyshire. Gallas has had his measure, really.
Yeah.
That's good work by Danielson. David Dunn is another of the Blackburn players on 4 yellow cards. So let's have a look at the referee with a certain amount of concern then after that foul. And, Mark Hughes saying give the ball back. Pettersson was entitled to go for it.
No, it's Arsenal's throw. So what's the point? What's wrong with Wenger just holding the ball until his player gets there? I could understand Mark getting involved if it was their throw and he was wanting to get on with the game.
Pleb.
You know, it's one of these games, Martin. Let's get 1-0 Blackburn, you feel just written all over it. I don't know why I'm saying that, because Arsenal have been the better side.
I think many football fans will understand why you're saying it. But Arsenal threaten again. Plenty of noise for any penalty appeals in this half, because Samba thinks Ljungberg was trying to gain something that he wasn't entitled to then.
I don't think when defenders and goalkeepers do that to players, it does anybody any favours whatsoever. And they go in there, Freddie Ljungberg's half the size of him. As they're coming together and Ljungberg loses his balance, what's wrong with that? Londa just get on, Samba just get on with it. When he's twice the size of Ljungberg, he's coming together, he goes over, he's not looking for a penalty, he's not looking to kid anybody.
3,000 Arsenal fans were looking for a penalty behind that goal.
He should be able to deal with that. He didn't give the first two, he's not giving that one, is he?
No. 20 minutes away from extra time. McCarthy hasn't really got into the groove yet. His 15 goals have come in 15 different games. It's a really good sign of a striker.
Yeah, I mean, often when lots of people look at people who get lots of goals, I do like to look at that and see what the kind of spread's been like. And if you score against 15 different sides, that's pretty good. Facing all different centre-backs, all different oppositions and formations. If you can get goals, it's a pretty good sign.
Including one in the third round away at Everton and one in the fourth round away at Luton. That was his last goal, incidentally. To Nielsen. Maquena. Julia Baptista. Well, he saw Friedel slightly out of position and very nearly took full advantage of it.
Well, that's a better save. I mean, I thought he should have saved the other one. This is real sloppy play. But look at the way he just takes a touch and look at the movement on that football. Really troubled Brad Friedel, but just did enough.
By Samba. Kleb. To go again. This is Walcott.
There's like a blitz there on Walcott, blue and white shirts.
Led off by McCarthy. Roberto able to deal with Bentley's cross. There was only Derbyshire who was really in a position to be looked for. I don't think he was in a position actually where he could be found.
Well, it had to be stood up if he was going to find Derbyshire. And I think the provider and the guy waiting for it have two decisions to make. You make the opposite ones and you don't connect. It's not getting it.
That would have been in a good position to attack Blackburn then. But, McCarthy given offside.
Well, he thinks not, but there is no doubt that this is a really, really good save. I think there's a surprise element that I don't think the keeper thinks he's going to hit it from there. But he was really struggling, Brad Friedel, at the end, and he just about gets enough fingers on that to deflect it round. Super save.
McCarthy. To Nielsen. It's been an FA Cup fifth round tie, the story of which both at the Emirates and here has been really of Arsenal attacking, but not scoring. Manful resistance from Blackburn at the North London Stadium. They've had a bit of luck here.
Well, 75 minutes or so, and Arsene Wenger should be sitting there comfortable, couple of goals ahead
in the quarter-final.
In the quarter-final, looking forward. Now he still doesn't have a lot to do now. These boys that are on there, they're the ones that are probably going to have to see it through for him.
This is Walcott. Senderos carving out the cross. And the header always too high from Baptista.
Well, you know, it's almost been the Julio Baptista against Brad Friedel game tonight, hasn't it? That's about 5 or 6 attempts, or 5 or 6 chances that the Brazilians had. That's not an easy chance, of course it's not saying it is, but he has been the man where the majority of chances have dropped to.
And he probably hasn't made Friedel save the ball enough, has he?
No.
The headers have been over, and the one that he rather pulled out of his first chance in the game. Samba, Maquena. Here's Pedersen against the makeshift right back in Senderos. Beautifully cushioned by Gilberto. And David Dunn is going to get his yellow card here. So if they do get through for the quarter-finals, he won't be playing.
That's the thing about Gilberto. Do you know what he is? He's just a footballer, and a good one. Wherever he put him on the pitch, give him the ball, throw it at him any sort of angle, he'll deal with it.
There's one player who might catch this for Arsenal, it's Walcott, who has done.
Steady, steady.
To Nielsen. Goes on. In fact, going to hit the corner flag? No, not even that.
Well, you know, he could have rolled that. Gilberto had made a run, he just sprung from the back, just wanting Fleb just to roll it. You keep your eye on the left of the screen, you see, and it comes. Skipper just looking for him to lay it off to him. Decided to go on his own.
You would have seen as that attack built up a problem for Blackburn player Matt Derbyshire. Find him on the left-hand side. He's certainly not in full working order at the moment. That's why he's got rid of the ball quickly. The light. Play sheet, yellow card.
Well, he kicks this ball out the air and it comes away from him slightly.
Actually got a touch on the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they look worse. I think that was the case there.
There's a similar problem if Arsenal get through. This will miss the game if they don't in the Premiership. Same applies to David Dunn on the last day of the 5th yellow card counting, 28th of February. Samba. Dunn. Always had bags of ability, but not always the fitness to go with it. He's won it back again. Emerton.
I mean, it's the kind of run he just made there, David Dunn, where I think Blackburn supporters would have been hoping that the likes of Bentley and Pedersen would have been making for the previous 78 minutes or so, but they haven't. This is a game where even as a manager, Mark Hughes will know there's not a lot he can do except trust the players that are on the pitch now. Trust them to keep a clean sheet for as long as they can, and then that they might just fashion one chance and take it.
Bentley. Back to Maquena. Crossed by Julio Baptista. Little muddles, but he got past it. Nashville. Nilsson's ball. Yeah, trying to force a mistake. Samba, he's played pretty well.
Well, when you're 6'5", it's hard to get round them, isn't it?
6'5" and quick. I just wonder quite why he wasn't appreciated at his previous club, Hertha Berlin. It's a bit of a snip for Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah.
chief scout. Done. Sandros will bang that away. We're coming up to the 170-minute mark in the tie. And it's still 0-0 between the team managed by the 4 times FA Cup winner as a player against the team managed by the 4 times FA Cup winner as a manager.
I think that's just downright greedy. You don't have to say so.
Crowd playing their part. The fans are a little quiet here at Ewood. Not tonight. Emerton will give Walcott a taste of his own medicine. Pedersen taking over. Both for Derbyshire and Bentley at the back post. Clichy, to Nielsen, Ljungberg. Still trying to pass their way into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Clichy, Clare, Julio Batista. To get into the sprint from a standing start. Kleb, central midfield now. And there was a chance for him to go through. Chance that Nelson's adjudged to have stopped.
Well, I'm not so sure about that one either. The ball looks to stop with Ryan Nelson here. So it looks just to break through. There he goes, the foot comes out, gets the ball, stops it. Certainly in Baptista land, isn't it?
Maybe Graham Poll was looking at the upper bodies again.
Hey.
I'm only reiterating what the referee told us at half-time. Well, certainly eyeing up the chance. Julio Batista, deflection. Might run for Senderos. Gilberto.
The Blackburn fans leave behind Almunia's goal, trying to lift their team. Probably realising they're in a game still that they could have been out of quite a while ago.
11 days ago.
Yeah. But they're not.
McCarthy. High from Gilberto.
That's just what happens in a game, isn't it? He'll be all right, Benny McCarthy, at the end of that.
Just see Gilberto eyes on the ball.
Well, both were, weren't they? Yeah. But one decided to head it and the other decided to kick it. But this is all it takes for Blackburn. A little moment's indecision from Arsenal, a good ball in, somebody meeting it.
It's gone a long way for it.
Well, I had the goalkeeper's name on it the minute it left David Bentley's foot. You watch Almunia, as soon as he hits this, he's on his way. Makes up his mind, and that's good goalkeeping. The times that your goalkeeper does that and just relieves all the pressure on your defence, it's great.
Kleb couldn't get that right. Dunn.
He'll get booked now, David Dunn.
Oh, he's been booked.
Oh, he's lucky then, because I thought he's pulling a shot like he's done there. He's lucky to get away with that. Gets a little upset here, but look at that, he just grabs at Freddie Ljungberg. Now you tell me that's normally yellow card. So he's got away with that.
They have been scoring more goals with headers this season, Arsenal. They've got to bypass the giant frame of Chris Samba.
It's not as if you look up and say, where is he? I mean, they're kind of towering above everybody else.
A bit brusque from Benny McCarthy.
Derbyshire's been booked now.
Said something
to Graham Paul.
Well, they learned their lesson, Arsenal, with the delivery this time.
They've got plenty attacking it. Look at that.
Nielsen takes. Gets from Walcott's head on target, but straight at the goalkeeper, and gently so.
Well, I guarantee you, of the 7 players in here, he would have been the last choice to try and meet with a header.
Bentley. Derbyshire, there's no offside flag. Gallas. It's the young striker hurry his shot.
Yeah, this is why it's so good for Arsenal to have Gallas back. You look at the area he's made up, the gap he's made up, getting back in here. All right, the ball held up a little, but Gallas, as soon as he got back in there, started to make the chance a difficult one.
To Nielsen. Here's McCarthy. Derbyshire's on the run. The cross comes in early. Bentley too. It's still McCarthy! 4 minutes to go. And finally, this 5th round tie has a goal. 86 minutes into the replay.
I told you. It's got 1-0. Sorry, Arsene. Blackburn 1-0 written all over it. And you can just feel it sometimes in a match. What's a hit? They might have got a free kick there. I think Arsene Wenger was looking for that, but from there, well, it's all about McCarthy. I talked about Senderos being the makeshift right back and getting at him. Well, that's what I meant. He didn't have to get at him. Always going to go in on his right side, Benny McCarthy. Got to keep him left, and when he didn't, well, it's an invitation for a top striker to do that. It's a brilliant finish that beats Almunia. And it's a goal fit to win a cup tie.
And he was heading for the bench, where he had spent the majority of the evening. He got booked for leaving the field.
Well, I just have to say as well, I nearly started laughing, Martin, in the build-up to the goal, because Graham Paul, as he was trying to keep up with play, went flying. Almost like a swallow dive, and he's pulled his calf, I think.
But Blackburn are on the brink of knocking out Arsenal here, and it's Benny McCarthy who's cast in the role of replay match winner. The high-scoring South African, his 16th goal of the season. He gets them in ones, as we were saying, and one may well be enough here. But it's Walcott. Gilberto. Kleb. To Nielsen. Arsenal, of course, conceded a goal at Bolton very late on in the 4th round replay. Now they're looking to score one here and stay in the competition. Julio Baptista, his missed chances, conspicuous this evening, and costly this evening.
I think the difference has been just that.
Senderos.
was talking about, you see the referee limping now. But this all comes from the dirty knees that he's got. You watch this as the ball breaks here now. The referee starts to go. And as he's going there, good speed. It's brought down by Pedersen. But then he gets up just in time to see just a wonderful finish.
Graham Poll, incidentally, is scheduled to referee Liverpool against Manchester United on Saturday morning. We'll see whether he's fit for that.
Well, I think what we've seen from Arsenal, certainly I've seen in 4 days, have been 2 pretty good performances. And the one place that they've really lacked it, and it's cost them in both games, Carling Cup final and tonight, has been at the really sharp end of football. And that's in the final third when you need a goal.
Well, they're facing a 3rd consecutive defeat in 3 different competitions. European defeat, of course, might be more than cancelled out in the second leg against PSV. And Nielsen takes and Friedel takes.
No penny for your thoughts, Arsene. That's what I would say.
Derbyshire. Yes, they've jumped on top of Clichy. Pleb. Bentley, for whom this will mean more than most of the Blackburn players. Either a miss kick or a magnificent pass. Rather think the form.
You were first. You were right first time, mate.
For Nielsen. Baptista was up. This is Alexander Kleb. Roberto getting it wide. 90 seconds to go.
Almunia's thinking about it. He's wandering, but not quite. Deciding to go.
Maybe Arsenal's last chance. Oh, and it's a chance not taken, and it's McCarthy who clears. Almunia is well upfield to deal with it, and a useful ball back that's led to Kleb collecting. No handball despite the shouts from the Blackburn supporters. Kleb. And space for Walcott. It's the killer touch again, not there when Arsenal really needed it.
Brilliant build-up play again, you have to say. Super play from Pleb and Walcott.
Tonight, the Peter Jackson Man of the Match award goes to Christopher Samba.
Added time to added time. Gilberto, Graham Poll looks at his watch. Samba. Blackburn are into the last 8. Big Benny with perfect timing. The top scorer, not picked from the start, came into the contest, settled the contest, and Arsenal, 3 days after losing the Carling Cup final, go out of the FA Cup to McCarthy's match-winning moment. Mark Hughes can really enjoy St David's Day tomorrow and look forward to Sunday, March the 11th, 4 o'clock kickoff. Blackburn are back here to face Manchester City in the quarter-finals. A tale of missed chances for Arsenal. They'll still talk about Graham Poll's failure to give them a penalty in the first half. But Mark Hughes thought before the game this was Blackburn's best chance against an Arsenal team with their problems. For a long time it didn't look as though his players would be capable of taking that chance, but in the end, McCarthy was the man. And it's Blackburn Rovers 1, Arsenal 0.
First time since October 2002 that Arsenal have lost 3 games on the bounce. That Champions League tie, the Carling Cup final, and now this. Only their 3rd defeat in 31 FA Cup ties. The Cup team are out, beaten by Benny McCarthy and Blackburn Rovers. What a good night for Mark Hughes. Coming up this evening, Real Zaragoza against Barcelona. That's Spanish Cup football. Zaragoza 1-up from the first leg, 10:15, Sky Sports 1. Friday, it's Derby against Colchester. A win for Derby gives them the leadership in the Championship again from Birmingham, who took over last night. 7:30, Sky Sports 3. Saturday, it's Liverpool against Manchester United at midday on 1. Portsmouth play Chelsea at 5. That's a pay-per-view offering. All those games are also available in high definition. Channel 480 for details of how to order Pompey, or call 08705 160 160. Paul Dickoff, the Manchester City striker who will be playing now Blackburn Rovers, has been with Jamie and myself all evening. Their thoughts when we come back. We'll name the man of the match and look back on Arsenal's demise in the FA Cup. 1 goal did it. A big goal from Benny McCarthy.
First time lucky. There you go.
There it is, all 3.
Taylor and Barney, head to head.
This will be la creme de la Donny Milk.
Premier League darts sponsored by Sky Bet. Tomorrow, 7:30, Sky Sports 1.
Oh yes, I'm the great pretender. Pretending I'm doing well. My need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell. Oh yes, I'm the great pretender. Just laughing and gay like a clown. I seem to be what I'm not, you see.
Hey, George. Thanks for bringing the car.
I'm wearing my heart like a crown, pretending that you're still around.
Hey, want a Budweiser? Yeah. Whoa. Rubber floors. Just had them installed. Now we'll never break a bud. Oh, nice. Remote.
Clean, crisp, refreshing Budweiser. Keep it chilled.
Hi.
Too much bounce.
At O2, we don't just give our customers the same, we give them more. Get the same phones and tariffs as new customers, plus a little something extra with O2 Treats. Loyalty rewarded. It's your O2. See what you can do.
More shocks. More gore. Live or die. More Saw 3 Extreme Edition.